The McCafe is now featuring cold brew coffee and cold brew frappes. Face the day with a cold brew coffee from the McCafe with a rich cold brew coffee blended with ice for a creamy frozen drink that's colder than cold brew. Or refresh with a cold creamy frappe. We start with a cold brew coffee, blended ice, and topped with whipped cream and rich chocolate drizzle for a great anytime frozen treat. McDonald's in Stillwater, Perkins, Perry, and Cushing. I'm loving it. Where do you go for computer help? Gigabytes. Gigabyte staff are experts in virus removal, software updates, and faster running computers. Gigabytes also provides small business support and network support, including websites. And they do laptop screen replacements, and they do all kinds of cosmetic repairs as well. Whatever your computer needs, they are the ones that can provide you with the answers and solutions to get you up and running. Gigabytes, 918 South Main, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, or call 533-1715.
If you haven't been to TS Fork at White Barn Estates lately, we have an exciting new concept to tell you about. It's called Thirsty Thursdays, and it includes 4 courses of the same high-quality food as our other nights and some of the best mixed drinks you've ever had. Best of all, no reservations are required. And while you're there, relax with a drink on our covered patio and check out the gift shop with Made in Oklahoma products. Go to tsfork.com for more details and to check out our upcoming special menus.
Kent and Barbara Houck have been saying they're a one-stop shop for many years. In 1951, the Houck Agency began insuring Oklahomans and since has expanded to insure people in 11 states across the country. The Houck Agency can find the policy that fits your needs, from business health coverage, individual health, home, auto, and long-term health care policies. They have a staff that can take care of financial planning, including retirement and investing. And Barbara Houck has been a realtor for over 35 years, and her contacts helped her buy and sell homes and commercial properties across the state. One-stop shop, the Houck Agency, 801 South Main in Stillwater. Call statewide toll-free at 800-543-8588. The Houck Agency, when experience counts. The McCafe is now featuring cold brew coffee and cold brew frappes. Face the day with a cold brew coffee from the McCafe with a rich cold brew coffee blended with ice for a creamy frozen drink that's colder than cold brew. Or refresh with a cold creamy frappe. We start with a cold brew coffee, blended ice, and topped with whipped cream and rich chocolate drizzle for a great anytime frozen treat. McDonald's in Stillwater, Perkins, Perry, and Cushing. I'm loving it. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Edition on a Tuesday. Casey Kendrick along with Christy Morrison. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well.
You're not bouncing off the walls. What's up?
No, I was proofreading. But I just got back last night.
Your mind was way away for just a
was.
moment. You know, you should always live in the moment.
Oh,
You should always
okay.
be
I was
be
living
present.
in that moment.
You should be present. You know, wherever you
Be
are.
present?
So yeah.
Okay.
I learned that from Dr. Manzer. By the way,
Okay.
that's one of his principles. Have you
It
ever
is.
seen the fish video?
I have.
So
About
I don't
2
understand.
dozen times.
So what you're saying is you need to fillet that fish?
Fillet it.
fillet it
No,
and
I
be done
like
with
it. I think it's cool.
So I'm just saying you should, either be in the bunco group don't be thinking about something
The
else.
bunco group.
Figure out where you
That's
are.
for the November video, actually.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Hey, last night, a little side note. I love it when poetic justice prevails.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Well, so last night, Baker Mayfield and his Cleveland Browns, which I've been saying for quite some time on TV 3101, that pump the brakes on how great you think Baker Mayfield is. It's only his second year. Quit putting this team in the AFC Championship, which everybody seems to want to do.
Right.
Well, last night, he took on the San Francisco 49ers, a team that is very good. They're 3-0, but they're not probably the best team in the NFL, but they're a really good football team. Well, if you go back to the game in which the Oklahoma Sooners beat Ohio State, if you recall, Baker Mayfield took the Oklahoma flag, ran around,
Oh, no.
waved it, and then
planted it in the middle of their turf field, which, first off, it didn't penetrate the turf because he's not that tough. And secondly, so what did the flag do? The OU flag fell. I mean, it was really whatever. Symbolic and stupid, but he's a punk, and that's the way it goes. So last night, Nick Bosa, who was on that team, just roughed him up.
Was on the Ohio State team?
Was on Ohio State's team. It was on San Francisco's team last night. And when he got done with one of his monstrous sacks, got up, waved the flag, and planted it. It was fantastic. Get you some of that, Baker. Poetic justice is awesome when it prevails. So anyway, good stuff.
That's funny. I didn't know.
I didn't get a chance. I was actually working the JV game chain crew last night for Midwest on the Midwest City side, and it is interesting. Boy, it is. If you want to know what goes on in our town, call the police department. Ask to go on a ride around. Right? I mean, what you learn in those ride arounds is truly phenomenal. If you want to know what goes on at a football game, ask to work the chain crew and go stand over there and listen to some of the things that are said by kids and by coaches. It is mind-blowing, some of the things that are said.
Probably not in a good way.
No.
Oh, wow.
Now, there were actually some kids that were very impressive. There were some young men that really cared. Some young men upset that they were getting beat again. Apparently, they've really struggled. But to listen to their conversations to their coaches, to listen to how they address their coaches, how their coaches address them, it is not surprising that Midwest City struggles in a lot of ways. It's a lot of good kids, a lot of good athletes on that team, but they struggle anyway. So I didn't get to see the point in that was I didn't get a chance to see the 49er game last night, but I saw the highlights.
That's so funny. That highlight, to Google that today.
That highlight made me laugh. Let's take a look at the weather forecast. Over the live look outside this morning. Weather is brought to you by our friends at Visit Stillwater. Current conditions 45. Fall has approached and it is here. Allergies, everything is medium for the most part. Grass, mold, pollen, trees, all of it is. It's not high anymore, but at least it is medium. So maybe that's why you hear me sound as I do. Winds out of the east, very light out of the northeast at 1 mile an hour. Humidity is 80%. And the forecast today looks like this. It's going to be a beautiful afternoon. Sunny and 78 degrees. 57 will be our overnight low. Winds out of the south-southeast at 12 miles an hour. But we do have changes coming up very soon as we'll see some highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s, and even some snow in the Panhandle potential this weekend. So we'll look at that extended forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Tell us about our guest.
That's cool. We'll talk to our friends from Lake McMurtry, find out what's going on there.
Very good. We'll find out what's happening out there and see if the saw guy are biting. What are they hitting? Where are they at? Have they moved? Are they schooled? I need a fishing report ASAP. Wow. We'll find out more coming up. Take a quick break. We'll continue with the Morning Edition weather brought to you by our friends at Visit Stillwater. Back to our Houck Agency studios and the Morning Edition right after this.
From pumpkins and parades to parties and performances, October is full of orange and America's friendliest college town.
What better way to see the beautiful Oklahoma State University campus in the city of Stillwater than by running 13.1 miles on Sunday, October 6th in the Stilly Half.
500 competitors come together at the Cowboy Stampede. Watch them rope, ride, and wrestle.
As the world turns orange.
We are so excited about the Harvest Carnival, Walk Around, and the Sea of Orange Parade.
Something you and I have done for a number of years on the radio.
With Broadway shows and internationally acclaimed symphonies, the McKnight Center for the Performing Arts at Oklahoma State University is a world-class facility opening this October.
Trick or treat with the downtown merchants, enjoy the carnival games, inflatables, and the costume contest at the annual Halloween Festival. Don't miss a beat in America's friendliest college town. Check out our full listing of events at visitstillwater.org.
The Hideaway since 1957. The Hideaway is famous for a lot of things, including their off-the-charts fried mushrooms, incredible service, unbeatable lunch specials, and of course the one-of-a-kind pizza. Stillwater's pizza tradition begins and ends here, from the big country to the pizza of the gods. And even the sizes are famous, from the mini personal to the big kahuna. Like us on Facebook for unique offers, lunch or dinner, dine in, pick up, or delivery. The Hideaway, 230 South Mount Block, or call 372-4777. More than a restaurant, it's a tradition.
Charlie's Discount Drug, where we know our customers by name. Oh, yeah. Charlie's Discount Drug.
When you buy a new set of tires, the best way to make your investment last is by making sure your vehicle is aligned to avoid unnecessary wear and tear. Direct Discount Tire at Stillwater has the newest state-of-the-art machine that only takes seconds to test your vehicle. It's called the Hunter Drive-Thru Alignment System, first of its kind in Oklahoma, and it's free. It's as simple as driving through this high-tech sensor rack and immediately getting your results. Point S is also your source for Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Hankook. And to make your investment last longer, ask to get a free assessment on your alignment. Direct Discount Tire at the corner of 6th and Main in Stillwater.
Good morning. Welcome back to the morning edition. My friends from Lake McMurtry are here. Thanks for being here. It's always good to see you all. Jill and Jared. Jill and Jared. How cool is that?
Hey,
I guess I've never just said it boom, boom
Jill
like that
and
before. Well, you weren't quite here yet. I'm sorry about got killed by our door, by the way, but so Jill. But I said to Jill, I go, how's Steaks at the Lake going? And her whole face just lit up. So I can tell you both are really excited about this upcoming inaugural event.
Yes.
It's probably a little nerve-wracking, but people are talking about it, so that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
And tickets are selling, sponsorships are selling really quickly.
Great.
We've got some great silent auction items, and we have a local singer-songwriter, Jared Tyler, and he's going to be performing out there. And if you haven't listened to him, he is amazing.
He's really good.
Great.
He's really good. And he's also a sockeye fisherman, and he comes down to the lake all the time, and he gives me sockeye reports. And when Casey walked out, he mentioned that he needed a sockeye report.
I know. I saw you laugh. I was like, okay, that must be an inside story.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
you know Casey's out there.
Yeah,
I've heard you guys talking about it
Yeah, I've run
before.
into him a few times. And so we've got Jared Tyler playing at Steak at the Lake, who
That's
is
so
also
cool.
a sockeye fisherman. So it's kind of, really cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I mean, there's going to be so many things going on. I know you've partnered, obviously, with Chef Jeff.
Yes.
And so what I love is when you have local organizations that are able to partner to really pull together some pretty cool events and unique events.
Right, and I think something that makes this really unique is that everything is local.
Exactly.
All of the food is locally sourced. Our chef's locally sourced. Our entertainment is a local guy. Everything is very Stillwater focused, and so that's going to make, I think, this a pretty outstanding event.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So what has been kind of the most challenging, I guess, is just pulling it together because it's not been done before?
Yeah, well, Jill and Laura have been doing a lot of the logistics and planning. So what do you think has been one of the hardest things?
I think it's just, for me, we were a little bit late opening up our registration and getting a lot of our marketing out. And so it was that just initial, do we have enough time to get enough people to make this a worthwhile event? And we have seen people from, all over the community get so excited about it. And so we've had like flurries of activity on registrations and ticket sales. And so that was a little bit of a sigh of relief, to see that, we are filling up and people are excited to get out to the lake and be a part of what we're doing out there.
We've got a good social media response. We're constantly, people are constantly engaging us and messaging us on social media.
Good.
What's going on? What is this? This sounds really great. And we're seeing people share it on social media. Hey, honey, let's go get a steak dinner at the lake.
Exactly.
So that's always awesome to see.
Well, I just think it's such a cool concept, and to my knowledge, it's not been done at least in the last 30 years. So at least not in Stillwater.
Yeah.
So I mean, what a cool idea, just to be. I don't know. It's just you be able to combine your love for steak, I guess, but with the recreational side being at the lake.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And again, November 1st, when Steak at the Lake happens, that's when the ribeye becomes the official steak of Oklahoma, and ribeye
I don't think
will
most
be.
people know that. So it's a cool way to get the word out.
It is really cool.
And so Senator Casey Murdoch, who actually wrote the bill, fortunately too, I guess. So his son's first basketball game is that night. So he was going to be there, but he'll have somebody from his office come out, but he was really excited that we were helping to push, the fact that the ribeye is now the official steak of Oklahoma.
Exactly. I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably never in a million years thought somebody was going to take that concept and run with it like that. So I'm sure he's appreciative. But I agree. He's probably prioritizing correctly.
Sure.
I agree.
That's so true. Now, November 1st is a Friday night.
It is.
Is that correct? Okay.
And so our event will begin at 6. People can start coming to check in. And then, we're doing this a little bit differently, not your typical gala kind of event. It's going to be really casual. It's going to fit with our character.
That's wonderful.
We just want people to come out and enjoy a good dinner, enjoy all of Chef Jeff's creations, enjoy some great music, and just being together at the lake. And so I think it's going to be a little bit different. And, when I started talking about this with my husband, who goes to a lot of galas with me because he says, I love you, he said, I actually want to go to Steak at the Lake. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be something that everybody just really feels like they belong and they fit in, and that it's a really good time.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to commercial break. We're going to come back. Let's talk a little bit more about some other amenities that are available at the lake all year round. But congratulations to both of you, because more and more people are talking about the lake and the different activities. And Casey's a big proponent as well. So we're going to go to commercial, come back, talk more about what's going on out at Lake McMurtry right after this.
Charlie's Discount Drug, where we know our customers by name. Oh, yeah. Charlie's Discount Drug.
Formal Fantasy in the heart of downtown Stillwater provides everything you need for your formal occasion. We have dresses, shoes, and jewelry to make you stand out on your special day. We offer tuxedo and suit rentals right here in Stillwater. Our staff of expert seamstresses will alter your clothing to fit perfectly, saving you from going from store to store to get everything you need for your event. From school dances to weddings, Formal Fantasy at 121 East 9th in downtown Stillwater is your formal store.
Kent and Barbara Houck have been saying they're a one-stop shop for many years. In 1951, the Houck Agency began insuring Oklahomans and since has expanded to insure people in 11 states across the country. The Houck Agency can find the policy that fits your needs, from business health coverage, individual health, home, auto, and long-term health care policies. They have a staff that can take care of financial planning, including retirement and investing. And Barbara Houck has been a realtor for over 35 years, and her contacts helped her buy and sell homes and commercial properties across the state. One-stop shop, the Houck Agency, 801 South Main in Stillwater. Call statewide toll-free at 800-543-8588. The Houck Agency, when experience counts.
To our neighbors and friends, we come to you today to let you know what's on our hearts. Because you're the reason what we do is so much more meaningful than a job. The reason we believe in the power of investing in tomorrow and the power of community. So this is simply thank you. As we step boldly into a time of growth and change, consider this our promise that every investment in our hospital is an investment in our communities.
Frontier Lanes is Stillwater's favorite family entertainment destination. Open 7 days a week, Ernie and the crew offers 16 lanes of bowling, but that's just where the fun begins. Knock down the pins to the sounds of your favorite tunes with our jukebox. The game room features pinball, pool, and exciting arcade games. And with a full snack bar, you can satisfy your thirst and get some of the best burgers and fries in town. Frontier Lanes near Airport Road at 3524 North Washington. Call 372-8584 and be sure to ask them about booking your child's next birthday party.
It's back. Stillwater High School football returns to TV 31. Be sure to catch every home game as the Pioneers look to return to the championship game. Stillwater High School football is brought to you by our friends at Tiger Drug. Also by Freddie Paul's Steakhouse. By Bank First. Also by Formal Fantasy. The Houck Agency for all of your insurance and real estate needs. By McDonald's. By Martin, Jean, and Jackson. Also brought to you by Harrison Electric, Legacy Oil and Gas, by Wendell Stevens Shelter Insurance, by Gigabytes,
and by Charlie's Discount Drug. Catch Stillwater High School football on TV 31 Fridays, also streaming on TV31.net. Replays can be Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Facebook as well. Catch it right here on TV 31.
Welcome back to the morning edition. We're talking about all kinds of things this morning. Thank you guys so much for being here from Lake McMurtry, the two J's.
Jill and Jared, you got it.
Jill and Jared,
Yeah.
yeah, I love it. But so we're talking about Steak at the Lake, but also the lake is just such a great area. I'm not sure some people are still familiar with the fact that you have everything from disc golf to boating and fishing and camping and so many different things. What are some of the amenities out there?
We like to say there's something for everyone out there, and I love quoting Jill, and she knows what I'm going to say. We believe it's much more than a lake. I mean, there's something for everybody to do. So in the fall, every weekend there's a home game. We get people that come out in RV camp for the football games because it's a cool spot to go back to after the game's finished to light a campfire and eat s'mores versus hanging out in town.
Exactly.
So, there's that aspect. But during the fall, I would personally say this is the best time to get out on our trails because we have 30 miles of trails out there.
Right.
And it's a beautiful time of year, and you don't have to deal with the bugs and all that stuff.
Good point.
So
very good point.
Yeah. So
I personally don't get on the trails in the summer. There are things that I just don't want to encounter.
Yeah.
So this is my time.
You don't have to prepare as much if you get on the trails in the fall versus the summer. But you can mountain bike on the trails. You can hike. We have people that come out and they go birding and they look for and identify birds.
Yeah, I've never been into that. But when you're in the middle and you experience it and see something you've never seen before, all of a sudden you become a birder and you don't even know you were.
It happened to me, Chrissy.
Totally.
It totally happened to me. So the first couple years I was working out there, I would see people come out and talk about birds. And then I finally downloaded one of the bird apps, and then I started, what is that? Well, you go through the app and it helps you identify the color, how big it is, the sounds it makes.
Well, that's neat.
And then you get a list of possible birds it could be, and you identify it. And then the Cornell Ornithology Lab actually uses those citizen data points to kind of track birds across the country.
Oh, wow.
So you're actually adding science, or you're uploading some scientific data. So it's really cool, and it's kind of, I explain it to people as like, where's Waldo? Because you're out there
That's
looking
great,
for kind of
though.
an interesting find. So the trails are great for that because you can find all kinds of birds. And we were standing on the boat dock just the other day, and we saw a really cool osprey come down, and it's a raptor of sorts, kind of like a smaller eagle. Yeah. We have osprey out at the lake right now, so we even get bald eagles that come out there.
So you see some of the migrations.
Yeah, we do. And then right now, speaking of migrations, monarchs.
Yes.
Yes, I've heard about it. Did you see it?
Yes.
Yes. So in front of our West Side Bait Shop, we have this great pollinator garden, and so I mean it was really buzzing with activity yesterday. With between the bees and the butterflies, we had some amazing monarchs that were there, and
they're so majestic.
It was beautiful.
No, they're
and
beautiful.
You could see them. I mean, there was one just circling over my head. I was standing outside, and I mean, it was just amazing to watch and to see. I mean, it's just so important, and I think we forget just how important the pollinators are, and to see how busy they were. And I mean, we had one plant that there was something on every single flower.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. We uploaded some of that video to our Instagram story
Okay,
yesterday.
I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, we're always out there trying to let people get a look at the inside of the park. In fact, this week we're going to be working on our West Side Bait Shop.
Yes.
Because we're trying to establish more educational programs for the park, and we wanted to utilize our current space out there to bring more educational classes out there. And so we're going to be kind of renovating our West Bait Shop and having an educational corner in there so we can bring homeschool kids out and field trips out to the park and then walk them out to the pollinator garden right there and show them, hey, these are why pollinators are important. And so we're really excited to develop more educational programming for the park as we continue to move forward with it. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Right.
You two are always coming up with new ideas, and I think everybody really appreciates that.
Yeah.
And it keeps them coming out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right?
And we have so much to offer, and we really are unique in that, we have just this rich diversity in our ecosystem out there, and all of the things that people can experience, and being able to provide environmental education, plus the health and wellness aspect of being at the park. I mean, not just physically, but mentally, they show so many correlations between reduced anxiety and depression,
totally can see
reduced
that.
stress, and just being outside in nature. And Taylor, one of our guys out at the lake, made a comment yesterday, is that we put ourselves in our own captivity. And we do this to ourselves, and that when we get out where we were meant to be, where we were created to be, you just almost feel empowered to accomplish anything, because that's how we were designed. And
wow,
he's a pretty deep guy.
I was gonna say, that's pretty deep, but
yeah, he's pretty
makes a
intellectual
lot.
dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense, for sure.
So we have, we really have been trying to encourage, green therapy and really using the park.
Green therapy.
Yeah.
I'll think that.
I mean, and studies are showing that, if kids have more creative play in the outdoors and more time in the outdoors, it really shows some interesting developmental things as far as social well-being and emotional well-being at young ages. And so we really want to try to shift the focus that Lake McMurtry is more than just recreation. It's health and wellness, and it's environmental education and conservation as well. And so we're trying to establish programs on those different pillars to do outreach to the community. And really our mission is to enrich the lives of our community by leveraging the resources of Lake McMurtry. So that's what we're trying to constantly do.
Well, and you both, and your whole team, which I really have fun interacting with all of them as well. Some really cool people out there.
Yeah.
But you do a wonderful job. We really appreciate that. We've run out of time, but when people want to learn more about what's going on at Lake McMurtry, I've seen that you've enhanced your website and you're active on social media.
Right.
So how would be the best way to get more details?
Well, obviously, they can visit our website at www.lakemcmurtry.org, or you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
And we even have a YouTube channel where we upload some of our videos on there. So most of the major platforms you can find us on, and obviously we prefer a friendly face, so come out and visit us.
Come out and see us.
Excellent. Either side of the lake?
Either side.
Okay. People don't get that, but that
Yeah,
makes
they
it even
don't.
more fun, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I
and
love it.
particularly this summer, both sides are open. So 'cause
Exactly.
we had a road closure with the floods. So
No kidding
Yeah.
about that. Well, you two, thank you for being here.
No, our
it's always
pleasure.
fun. Always learn a lot. We'll see you on November 1st.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be a lot of
November
fun.
1st, Stake at the Lake.
Absolutely. Hey, don't go away. We're going to come back, look at the extended forecast with Casey. It's going to be really weird the next 5 days. We'll find out right after this.
Hard work, dedication, tradition, and proven results. That's Pioneer Football, and that's the law firm of Martin, Jean, and Jackson. That commitment to excellence has served the Pioneers for years, and it's done the same for Martin, Jean, and Jackson with over 100 years of combined experience in injury law. Martin, Jean, and Jackson has offices in Stillwater, Ponca City, Tulsa, and our new location in Oklahoma City. Our Stillwater office is conveniently located at 400 South Duck Street. Stop by our location or call us at 405-377-5000. Teams always strive to be their very best. That's the Pioneers, and that's Martin, Jean, and Jackson, attorneys at law.
Do you take multiple routine prescriptions for medical conditions such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, COPD, asthma, or arthritis? Are you tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month to pick up refills of all your medications? Tiger Drug has a new, easy, convenient, and free synchronized refill program for you. We will work with your insurance so that your meds will all be available on your refill date so that there will be no waiting. Call one of our friendly staff members and ask how you can join the Synchronized Refill Program at 405-372-7900 or stop by at 825 South Walnut. And be sure to ask about our vaccination program. Tiger Drug in Stillwater, where the customer comes first.
Where do you go for computer help? Gigabytes. Gigabyte staff are experts in virus removal, software updates, and faster running computers. Gigabytes also provides small business support and network support, including websites. And they do laptop screen replacements, and they do all kinds of cosmetic repairs as well. Whatever your computer needs, they are the ones that can provide you with the answers and solutions to get you up and running. Gigabytes, 918 South Main, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, or call 533-1715.
Freddie Paul's Steakhouse and Brian invite you to experience this Stillwater staple. Established in 2001 and armed with the best steaks in town, daily lunch buffet, and catering available, there is something for even your pickiest of family members. Homemade with love, they combine family recipes, a professional chef, and a dedicated staff to bring you a fantastic dining experience. Looking for something new to do with the family? Come check out Sky Golf Driving Range and take a few swings while enjoying full food and drink service. Freddie Paul's Steakhouse, where they believe you should always enjoy the exceptional flavor of what you're eating.
Harrison Electric in downtown Stillwater can handle any commercial or residential job with expertise. But don't take my word for it. These are actual Google customer reviews for Harrison Electric. When they make an appointment, they show up on time. Very professional employees who respect the client. They clean up after themselves and did an awesome job. Talked us through the plans with us and came up with the most economical plan for us. Very easy to work with on changes that came up. Highly recommend. So there you have it. The public has spoken. Call Harrison Electric at 372-7171 and see what everyone is talking about. TV 31 is your local station. For coverage of news, weather, sports, and entertainment, stay tuned to TV 31. Here's what's coming up tonight.
Welcome back. Casey Kendrick along with Christy Morrison, and you're going to get wine tonight at the lake?
Yes,
sounds
for
like
sure.
Sounds like a great time. And I'm the kind of guy that would go there and have the steak and lobster and that whatnot, but I'd throw a little catfish bowl out while I was kind of just hanging out, just watching, making sure, watching that rod tip.
That.
You know what? I am. Here's the thing. I'm heavily addicted to it, yet I don't participate in it nearly enough.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you should do it more.
I should. I should be fishing out there all the time.
Go get your green therapy.
Get your season
right.
pass. Get your season pass out there because it's well worth it. It's good. It's a good lake. All right, let's take a look at the weather forecast. Weather is brought to you this morning by our friends at Visit Stillwater.
From pumpkins and parades to parties and performances, October is full of orange and America's friendliest college town.
What better way to see the beautiful Oklahoma State University campus in the city of Stillwater than by running 13.1 miles on Sunday, October 6th in the Stilly Half.
500 competitors come together at the Cowboy Stampede. Watch them rope, ride, and wrestle.
As the world turns orange.
We are so excited about the Harvest Carnival, Walk Around, and the Sea of Orange Parade.
Something you and I have done for a number of years on the radio.
With Broadway shows and internationally acclaimed symphonies, the McKnight Center for the Performing Arts at Oklahoma State University is a world-class facility opening this October.
Trick or treat with the downtown merchants, enjoy the carnival games, inflatables, and the costume contest at the annual Halloween Festival. Don't miss a beat in America's friendliest college town. Check out our full listing of events at visitstillwater.org.
Live look outside this morning. Here are the current conditions. We've got temperatures in the mid-40s this morning, 45 degrees, winds out of the northeast at a mile an hour. Humidity is at 88%. Visibility is good. Forecast today looks like this. Sunshine, 78. Going to be beautiful today. This is a Visit Stillwater kind of day. It's a good day to sponsor the weather forecast. Low tonight at 57 and a good Lake McMurtry day. You
That's
kidding
right.
me? 57 degrees, winds out of the south-southeast at 12 miles an hour, and not looking for any precipitation. But again, things are changing. The extended forecast shapes up this way. We're going to see a high of 79 tomorrow, but then things start to change a little bit. We've got a due chance of some showers in here. On Thursday, the high is 79, but by about 1 o'clock, we're going to see a 20-degree shift in temperatures. We will back down into about the 55 to 59-degree temperatures at 1 o'clock. So from 79 to 59 in a hurry, plus some strong thunder showers are possible on Thursday. Goes away.
Look at Friday night.
And we start to see some Friday night football. We'll have it for you here on TV 31. But 56 degrees on Friday, 37 the low, 67 on Saturday. We're going to kind of move around a little bit, but it's going to dry out for the next week after that. But it is definitely going to get much colder. And again, Thursday we'll have a huge change in the temperatures during the afternoon. Again, we've got the Pioneers taking on Lawton this weekend, and we've got that action for you live at 7 o'clock right here on TV 31. Speaking of football, we leave you with our parting shot this morning, and there's a look of the 8th grade team after they knocked off Mustang 30-28.
Where is that?
That is in Mustang.
Okay.
And that is again, getting together, celebrating, talking over the game. They are undefeated, as is the 7th grade, as is the 5th grade, as is the 4th grade, as is the 9th grade, as is the JV team, as is the high school. Nobody has lost in Stillwater, and that's about as close as a game we've seen, 30-28. So parting shots, you can send us your parting shot. We would love to use it. You can send it to us on Facebook, Maybe a sunrise at McMurtry. How many times can I say McMurtry today? Maybe a sunrise at McMurtry, a sunset.
Not near enough.
If you guys want to send it to us, we would love to see that, and you can send it to us on Facebook as well. So good stuff. Coming up tomorrow on the show.
We're going to talk to some folks from Payne County.
Very good. We'll
Not
find out
sure
what's
who,
happening.
but we'll figure that out.
Find out what's going on with the county tomorrow, and hopefully you'll join us for that. Appreciate the folks from Lake McMurtry being here one more time. We appreciate you guys tuning in as well. For Christy Morrison, I'm Casey Kendrick. See you next time on The Morning Edition.